I just got a feeling that not too many of you out there tonight are married people, right? All right. But I know quite a few of you have had a couple flings here and there, you know. And we're going to do this song. We're going to dedicate this song to all of the ladies in the house that have been married, thinking about getting married, or would like to be married pretty soon.
In about an hour and a half, right after this show.
The name of this tune is called Does She Wish She Was Single Again?
1, 2, 3.
When she was single, her pockets did jingle. She wore pretty clothes. And now she's married. The clothes that she's wearing makes you wonder where the money goes. Does she wish she was single again? Does she wish she was single again? And when she was younger, she was the hunger of every young boy's eyes. But those days are through now. There's nothing to do now but rock that cradle and cry. Does she wish she was single again? Does she wish she was single again? Lord knows the cold blows between us now and then. And Lord knows I love her. Can't help but wonder, would she do it all over again? Or does she wish she was single again? Larry's gonna pay. Would she do it all over again? Or does she wish she was single again? I know it's no sin though to stare at a window at places you've never seen. She's holding my baby and looking like maybe she'd rather be chasing a dream. Does she wish she was single again? Does she wish she was single again? Does she wish she was single again? Some of our wildlife is almost extinct. Last week they closed down Pool Hall. And if they don't kill the bill, that made our county dry. Soon there'll be no wildlife at all. Whoa! Don't let them close down the honky tonks. Don't unplug the rock and roll band. Don't let them outlaw wine, women, and song. Help save the wildlife while we can. They took the shorts off the waitress at Joe's place and made her wear regular blue jeans. But that ain't so bad. But what will we do if they take our pinball machine? Hey, hey, don't let them close down the honky tonk. Don't unplug the rock and roll band. Don't let them outlaw wine, women, and song. Help save the wildlife while we can. Now this next verse is a real serious verse. Fact is, it's so serious that I can never remember the next line. I mean the first line to it. And if you'll, what is it? Please. Oh yeah. I knew it all the time. Listen to this. There was a time when our wildlife was fine, and the women like coveys of quail. Can you believe that? Thank you. But I heard today that they're doing away with our $6 moonlight motel. Oh, don't let them close down the honky tonk, and don't unplug the rock and roll band. Don't let them outlaw wine, women, and song.
Coveys of quail? What is a covey of quail?
A whole bunch of quails in a pile. Help save the wildlife while we can. No, don't let them close down the honky tonks. Don't unplug the rock and roll band. Don't let them outlaw wine, women, and song. Help save the wildlife while we can. Help save the wildlife while we can. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine, and I know she's good looking, sweet talking, tempestuous kind. But if I'm reading you right, better get her off of your mind. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine, and every night is the same old story. She's down at the Palomino 6 nights a week, picking up tips, turning down proposition. While I'm out and rolling 2 jobs to make ends meet. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine, and I know she's good looking, sweet talking, tempestuous kind. But if I'm reading you right, better get her off of your mind. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine. Hear some folks saying the woman's gonna drive you back. I hear some folks say she doesn't seem to fit my style. But take it from me, it's a true love situation. Keep your hand on your bill, but taking her home in a while. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine, and I know she's good looking, sweet talking, tempestuous kind. But if I'm reading you right, better get her off of your mind. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine. She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine. Woo! Woo!
We appreciate that very much. We're going to do for you a song right now that's going to be our next record out. It's coming out March 11th, the next single. Yes, keep those records coming out here. And
we know that all of you folks out there, don't buy very many records. But if you got a magazine that you write about, if you with record company or radio station, tell them to go out and buy this record, please. You know, we need all the help we can
Yes,
get.
sir. We have child support payments to make.
That's right.
Things are getting desperate back in Los Angeles.
Our bus don't run.
That's right. And we're going to do for you right now a song. This is a song that Gib and I wrote for Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers. Yep. They didn't record it. You know, fact is, they didn't even hear the song, you know. They wouldn't even answer our calls or anything, you know. But we figured Larry had enough money in the bank, so we'd, heck with it, we'd go ahead and record it on our own. And if you like three-part harmony and good rock'em sock'em country singing, we're going to do it for you right now. The song we wrote, it's called Closer to You. We hope you like it.
Closer to you, each step eternity, still I keep longing to be closer to you, closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you. It seems so funny what love can do, and ain't it a heartache when your world turns blue? Closer to you, each step eternity, still I keep longing to be closer to you. Closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you. I believe in dreaming like fools often do, and I'll go on believing this dream will come true. Closer to you, each step eternity, still I keep longing to be closer to you, closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you, night after night, day after day, and closer to you, closer to you.
Thank you. We're going to do something for you right about now that's kind of different, you know. Well, if you all know, when you go to see an act, a group, or a single artist that's had a lot of hit records out, what they usually do is do a bunch of, they do a medley of their hit records, you know. Like 10 years worth of material wrapped up into 3 exciting minutes, you know. We're going to do something different for you tonight. We're going to do a medley of hit records. This is a medley of hit records that we turned down right now.
Well, we actually didn't turn these records down. Every time you go in to record records, there's always a golden-eared producer that knows every hit that comes down the pike. Mm-hmm. And some of these guys really miss a few.
Mm-hmm. And we missed a few. About 10 years ago, Gib and I recorded for RCA, and we're just getting ready to record our album, our first album together. And we got a tape in from a writer in Nashville, Tennessee, and we thought this song was a smash hit record, no doubt about it. And we brought it to our producer, and he didn't hear it. He didn't think it was a country hit. So he passed on it, and about 3 months later on the radio, this is what we heard by somebody else.
She's acting single, I'm drinking double, I got my pain acting single. I'm drinking double. She's acting single, and I'm drinking double.
What are you gonna do, you know? About 10 years later, Gib and I finally got, to the grace of God, we got another record deal with Epic Curb. And last year we recorded an album called Hearts on the Line. And right before we recorded that album, another songwriter sent in a tape to us, you know, from Nashville, Tennessee again. And we thought, no doubt about it, this is a smash hit record, you know? No doubt. We figured since Gib played fiddle and he was from, you know, Louisiana, no doubt about it. So we brought it to our producer, and again, once again, he didn't think it was a hit record, and we passed on it. And this is what we heard a couple months later.
Well, you get down the fiddle, then you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor.
Y'all want to hear the rest of that? Yeah? We're going to do this song the way that we should have done it last year. We could have probably been here a lot earlier playing for y'all.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Wait in the front porch, sitting on a log. One-shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. The undercover kinfolk in the moonlight. Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Hey, mama! Bill and my other brother Jack, belly full of beer and a possum in the sack. 15 kids in a front porch light, Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Take it down. Off the bed, have a little fun when we turn out the light, Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off the shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night.
Jerry Reed!
Oh, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw
Jerry
them on
Reed,
the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light, Louisiana Saturday night. Hey! shoes and you throw it on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Hey, hey, get down on the fiddle and you get down with the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw it on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Here we go. Louisiana Saturday night. Joey Reed. Yay! Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed.
We're glad to have Jerry Pick with us. Well, all right. Jerry. Jerry, let's do one. Come on, man, let's do one.
Get up here and do one with us.
I know it's a hell of a guitar.
6 days on the road.
How about 6 days on the road and we're gonna make it home soon. We all know that.
C. C. Let's just start out
Well, I rolled out of Pittsburgh, headed down the eastern seaboard. Got my knees are running good, they're running like she never did before. Our pals and everything is right. If you think that I'm a happy ride, 6 days on the road, I'm making it home tonight. Take it easy.
Jerry, call in Jerry. Well, the ICCs are checking on down the line. And the poppy little pins in my eyes are open wide. My whole time's coming inside. If you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 years on the road, but I'm gonna make it home tonight. Look, it's my baby. Jerry Reed, come on. Taught him everything he knows, you know. Thank you, Jerry. We appreciate it.
God. We've been a fan of Jerry Reed's for years, and it's the first time ever we got to pick with him. It's indeed a great pleasure. I'd like for all of you, let's everybody give him, what can I say? Jerry Reed, let's give him a big round of applause. We thank him, really.
Woo!
I'll tell you what. Well, it's gonna stay still. All of the guys in the band are from Nashville, Tennessee. I'd like to introduce everybody real fast. The guy on the steel guitar we think is great. His name is Larry Marvel on steel guitar. Right near him is Chad Watson on the bass. Directly behind me is Neil Wharf on the drums. Avery Burdett is on the piano.
Woo, let's hear it for the band. Yeah, we're gonna do it for you right now. We're gonna do it for you. We had a record out that helped. We're gonna do this right now. Actually, we're gonna do something better than that.
Yeah,
we're having a good time up here. We're gonna change things around there.
Yeah, I mean, this has been so much fun. I mean, after all, it's time to pick a little bit of Cajun music for you.
Do y'all know what Cajun music is?
Have you any idea what it's all about?
I bet Jerry knows what it is.
I'm gonna pick you two of the hottest Cajun songs that I know. I grew up in Louisiana, and believe me, I've heard a lot of Cajun music in my life. And these two songs are two of the greatest that you'll ever hear. I wrote both of these songs myself a few years ago. Are you ready for this? With a gun and a dog. Everybody say he's gonna kill me and let his big dog take a bite of me. Old Joe caught me out of Bayou. Big old dog took a bite from the leg. Laid it in a big dim for my life. Said I'd take his daughter for my wife. Now old Joe with my papa-in-law calls me son and I call him pa. We go fishing in the Bayou's edge with my pirogue sunk and a dog bit my leg. Me, oh my, oh, what can I do? Couldn't seem to look at my pool shot clear. Water rushed in and I got wet. I'll never get out of this mess I'll be. Never get out of this mess I'll be. Never get out of this mess I'm in. Never get out of this mess I'm in. Never get out of this mess I'm in. Big Bayou the Gulf of Mexico. Big Bayou, carry me home. Took a long trip to the city, determined to get somewhere. I spent all my hard-earned money I had saved to put me there. Big Bayou, where do you go? To the river running slow, into the Gulf of Mexico. Big Bayou, carry me home. Hey! Gib Guilbeau! Big Bayou, where do you go? To the river running slow, into the Gulf of Mexico. Big Bayou, carry me home. Big Bayou, where do you go? To the river running slow, into the Gulf of Mexico. Big Bayou, carry me home. Hey! Big Bayou, where do you go? To the river running slow, into the Gulf of Mexico. Big Bayou, carry me home. This is the last song. We always do this song last because it's a lot of fun. We'd like to thank all of y'all for coming out tonight. And most of all, we'd like to thank Jerry Reed for picking with us.
Let's hear it for him, Jolie Reed.
We really would.
We want to thank all the people from Country Music Magazine, everybody for coming on out tonight. We really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. We did.
you. You've been great. Thank you, Silver Eagle. Thank
We
you, Country
appreciate it.
Magazine. Thanks, everybody.
How y'all doing out there?
I tell you what, y'all gonna have to get loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Burrito Brothers.
Good evening. Well, everybody's going out having fun. I'm such a fool for sitting home and having none. Don't know why she ever set me free. Oh, lonesome me. Well, a bad mistake I'm making just by hanging around. And I know that I should have some fun and pain. Don't know why she ever set me free. Oh, lonesome me. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out and fast free and flirting with the boys with all her charm. But I still love her so, and brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. Oh, bad mistake I'm making just by hanging around. And I know that I should have some fun and pain. Thought of everything, baby, see. Oh, lonesome me. Pick it up.
Larry Marvel on steel guitar.
Hey. All right.
Avery keyboard.
Pick it, John. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out and fast free and flirting with the boys with all her charm. But I still love her so. And big boy, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. Hey, bad mistake I'm making just by hanging around. And I know that I should have some fun and pain. Thought of everything, baby, see. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me. All right.
Hello, New York.
Thank you very much. Just so you know, we are being broadcast live tonight. Silver Eagle Radio Show. So the more noise you make, the more fun we're gonna have. Papa lives in a county rest home, and Mama lives on a rich man's farm. Sister moved in with a stranger, and here I lay in another's arms. And the leaves are slowly falling, falling from the family tree. Yeah, the leaves are slowly falling, and the last one falls me. We're gonna pick now.
Larry Marvel.
Should have this world apart. Here I lay with another woman, and there you lay with a broken heart. And the leaves are slowly falling, falling from the family tree. Yeah, the leaves are slowly falling, and the last one follows me. Yeah, the leaves are slowly falling, falling from the family tree. Yeah, the leaves are slowly falling, and the last one follows me. And the last one that follows me. Yeah. Thank you very much. How many of you folks out there know who Lefty Frizzell is? Anybody? Let's hear you if you do know. That's good, because we're going to do a Lefty Frizzell medley. Fact is, Lefty Frizzell is probably one of the all-time, he is one of the all-time great country singers of our time. And we like to do his tunes. And
We'd like to dedicate this medley to Lois Frizzell, who's probably out there listening right now on the Silver Eagle show.
and that's
Lefty's
his daughter.
This is for her.
Here we go. If you've got the money, honey, I've got the time. We'll go home, Tom. We won't fool around. We'll make all a nice spot. There's drink, beer, and wine. If you've got the money, honey, I've got the time. You bring along your Cadillac and I'll leave my wreck behind. We'll go to the portrait door. We won't fool around. We'll make all the nice spot. There's drink, beer, and wine. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Take it out.
Hey, big Burrito, 88. Yes, sir.
You bring along your Cadillac, leave my wreck behind. We'll go to the parkway, darling, we won't fool around. If you run short of money, honey, I'll run short of time. If you've got no more money, honey, I've no more time. Hey. All right. If you've got the money, honey, I've got the time. We'll go home, Tom, and we won't fool around. We'll make all the nice spots, dance, drink, beer, and wine. You've got the money, honey, I've got the time. Yay! Thank you. Here's one of his tender ballads. I've been throwing horseshoes over my left shoulder. I've spent most all my life searching for the four-leaf clover. Yet you run with me, chasing my rainbows. And honey, I love you too, and that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes, babe, and that's the music God made You say, honey, don't worry. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes.
Larry Marvel. This is for you, Lois, if you're out there. Avery Burnett.
That's the way love goes, babe. That's the music God made for the whole wide world to sing. It's never old, it grows. Losing makes me sorry. And you say, honey, don't worry. Honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. And honey, I love you too. And that's the way love goes. Said an old man to a good-looking girl, I've been around this big wide world. That home on the hill, my baby, that's mine. I got the money if you got the time. Well, I'm not too old to cut the mustard anymore. Still get around like I did before. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. I'm a no-no man and I wanna be free. We're gonna pick it now.
Larry Marvel. Sing it.
Lord, I'm not too old to cut the mustard anymore. I can still get around like I did before. Oh, the home on the hill, baby, that's mine. I got some money if you got the time. Woo! Pick it again. Johnny Beland. Pick it.
Avery Burnett, one more time. King of the honky-tonk keyboard player.
Said an old man to a good-looking girl, I've been around this big wide world. Oh, the home on the hill, baby, that's mine. I got some money if you got the time. Yeah, I got the money if you got the time. Woo!
Lefty Frizzell.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just in case some of you don't know who you're listening to, and you know this is being broadcasted live on the Silver Eagle Express
From New York
radio
City.
show.
From
We're
New York.
live in Manhattan, in New York City at the Sundown Club, and I'm sure all of these folks here, we got this single record that's happening. We'd like to do it for you right now.
Ready? 1, 2, close.
Closer to you, each step eternity. Still I keep longing to be close closer to you, closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you. It seems so funny what love can do, and I ain't at a heartache what this world will do. Closer to you, each step eternity, still I keep longing to be closer to you, closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you.
Take it around, Larry.
I believe in dreaming like fools often do, and I'll go on believing this dream will be true. Closer to you, each step eternity, still I keep longing to be closer to you, closer to you, dreaming of your embrace, night after night, day after day, and closer to you, night after night, day after day, and closer to you, closer to you. Thank you very much. How many of you out there remember the old Flying Burrito Brothers or some of the stuff? Anybody at all? Well, we put together a short medley of some of our favorite songs from the past that we've been doing for years, and hope that some of these tunes are favorites of yours. She's a devil in disguise. You can see it in her eyes. She's telling dirty lies. She's a devil in disguise. In disguise. A woman like that, all she does is hate you. She don't know what makes a man a man. And she talks about the time she slept with you. She'll speak your name in any way she can. She's a devil in disguise. You see it in her eyes. She's telling dirty lies. She's a devil in disguise. In disguise. But happiness has been a life's companion. Oh, life is full of misery and doubt. You're trying to call her. There's no doubt. But she's a devil in disguise. You can see it in her eyes. She's telling dirty lies. She's a devil in disguise. In disguise. Disguise. South Carolina. There's many tall pines, and I remember the oak tree that we used to climb, and it makes me feel better each time I pretend it's calling me home to Hickory Wind. Take it.
Mr. Larry Marvel, steel guitar.
And now that I'm older, I always pretend I'm getting the feel of Hickory Wind. I'm getting the feel of Hickory Wind. I'm so wide. Just bounce a Jimmy on the mic. If you think that I'm happy, that's a fact. 6 days on the road, gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road, gonna make it home tonight.
We appreciate that. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Just in case some of you out there don't know who you're listening to, we're the Burrito Brothers, and besides John and I, everybody else in the band's from Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm going to take just a few minutes, introduce a steel guitar player, right here, Larry Marvel on the steel guitar. Let's hear it for Larry. Right beside him, probably one of the greatest bass players of all time, Chad Watson on the bass. And then, behind him, directly behind me, great drummer, Neil Wharf on the drums. I can't tell you enough about this guy, so I won't tell you anything about him. Only that he's a great piano player. His name is Avery Burdett on the piano.
Yes, sir. How many out there like George Jones? Do y'all like that? Well, we're going to whip one of our favorite George Jones songs on here, live on the Silver Eagle Show here from the Big Apple here. Yes, sir.
Tell me why, baby, why, baby, why you make me cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby, cry. Lord, I got to throw a motor pick with you, like last time when the fiddles flew, running round, kicking up your heels, leaving me home with a handful of bills. Tell me why, baby, why you make me cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby, cry. Lord, can I ever love you till the day that I die? So tell me why, baby, why, baby, why? Yeah.
Woo! Well, God bless you. We appreciate it. We have a new album that's out right now. It's called Sunset Sundown, and we're going to do a song off that album that Gib and I wrote about a lady of the evening.
And we wrote this about a hooker from Louisiana that never knew her name, but she done a lot for us. She gave us the idea to write this tune. And Special request, by the way.
I'll tell you what, you know, speaking of Silver Eagles, we've been traveling all over the country and everything. We want to appreciate, we really thank everybody out there. New York's always made the Burritos feel at home, even before we had any hit records. So we appreciate everybody coming on out tonight and making us feel at home. This is for you. 1, 2.
She was the first to take my hand, the first to show me a boy could be a man. And the learning was easy, and the taste of love was sweet. Louisiana. She lived alone outside of town, and rumor had it she wore the devil's crown. Fashion knows no boundaries. Secretly, she took me in Louisiana. Wrap your love around me, Louisiana, Louisiana. Show me the way. Take me to the morning, Louisiana, Louisiana, all of the way.
Larry Marble.
I have chased love's crazy dreams, and now and then it seems to be an endless road. Kind of gets me thinking of a certain yesterday in Louisiana. Wrap your love around me, Louisiana, Louisiana. Show me the way. Take me to the morning, Louisiana, Louisiana. All of the way. Wrap your love around me, Louisiana, Louisiana. Show me the way. Take me to the morning, Louisiana, Louisiana, all of the way.
Again, we'd like to thank the Silver Eagle Show for having us on board. Thank you, New York. This is to Mrs. Guilbeau.
Hey, Jolie Blon. Hey, hey, Jolie Blon, Jolie
Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much. Good night. We love you. Thank you.
All right, it's June 23rd. I'm talking to the Burrito brothers, Gib Guilbeau and John Beland. Is it Beland? Well, let's go back to Lefty then. So they should know. Somebody knows now.
Yeah, they from what I'd heard in June, they were supposed to have the final ballot, and I talked to Lefty's daughter, who lives with his widow. She said that the CMA requested a photo for the plaque company. So, and he's been nominated now for 5 years in a row, but they've never requested that. So, you know, it's pretty safe to assume that he got it. If he didn't, I'll be real surprised.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get it last year. Because Vernon Dalhart had been up for a century.
But you see, I don't think anybody went to bat last year or anything. It's kind of like been a... Now it's a real popular cause.
It had never been made public. Nobody's ever talked about
I think
anybody.
I think
Nobody
that
really knows what goes on.
It's not done the same way the CMA awards are done.
Yeah, I think this is the first time anybody ever made anything public about the Hall of Fame or how they get in there or anything.
it's been kind of like a closed-knit society of people who
A lot of
pick
business.
who. Yeah, or, you know, it's a lot of politics, and which is unfortunate because there are a lot of good people that should be in it that aren't yet, and I don't know what happened in Lefty's case. Maybe he was slow dancing with one of the guy's daughters or something. I don't know what.
Well, he wasn't a national person. He moved
Yeah,
out
that's
of
right. No, yeah.
California right after
I guess
he made it.
you might want to say he was also probably one of the original outlaws of country music. You know, he and Hank and a few others.
He was a wild one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no crazier than somebody like Hank Williams or somebody that got in a long time ago.
Jimmy Rogers was hard to sing.
I know, and you can't. We've said this 400 times, and you can't deny his influence. That he's had on especially today's contemporary country.
Yeah.
I mean, look at John Anderson. Can you catch a falling star? That is there's Lefty result right there.
You
Even
can hear him in all these guys. John Conley.
in our stuff, you can't.
Yeah, definitely can. We just before Lefty died, he wrote a few tunes, and he wrote this one song, half done, and his daughter and widow gave us a tune to finish, and so we finished the tune, and we recorded it on our new album, To Be, and it's how you can really see, I mean, it's a lot of Lefty in that song.
It's called My Abandoned Heart. And Lois, his daughter, gave me the tape of Lefty and his friend drunk one night, about 1960, in the living room with a tape recorder. They had a chorus and a verse finished. So his wife Alice said that we could finish it if we wanted to. She gave us 4 songs, and we picked that one. We finished it. We cut it the other night. We tried to cut it pretty close to how he would cut it if he were still alive to the 25th. So, oh man, it came out great. It came out super. So there's been a lot of activity. Also there's some talk now of David for. There's just all sorts of stuff with everybody's jumping on it now. Even family members who before never really went to bat for Lefty. Like there's a little bit of resentment in the family because all of a sudden now certain results are real popular and everything, and but as far as the thing with Lefty goes, nobody has really gone to bat for him, including the family.
It seems like there's a lot of people that would have, but I don't know if they were afraid to do it or politically or
They may
what.
not have even known. I just assumed until I joined the CMA it was popular vote. But now I find out it's this little committee that no one knows who they
It's
are.
200 people, I think, that elects these people.
So I think he's got it. In fact, the CMA sent a letter to Kip Kirby asking Kip to tell us to not ask people to So I guess I got a lot of letters.
I also, yeah, they were flooded with letters from a lot of the magazine articles that came out. You know, I mean, people really followed through on that stuff. And a lot of radio stuff that we've done. I guess they got some of the letters that finally says no more. You know, please.
Yeah.
So we sort of cooled it as far as like telling people to write in. Well, it's too late now anyhow because.
Well, I think they ought to have a subcategory for business, for people who weren't musicians or writers, and let them have their own little section.
Yeah, they
Save
should.
the Hall of Fame per se for the people that are singers and writers and performers.
Yeah, you know, down here, the CMA, and just country music in general, the business of it's really strange if you're not used to it. You know, it's not like what you think it's going to be like. You know, when you're a kid growing up or something, you come down here, you find that politics is a very big part of it. You know, even all the way down to the fight between the Opryland and the Grand Ole Opry. You know, which is going to, you know, if they're going to tear it down or they're not going to, and how many people are supporting Opryland, how many people are supporting to keep the Grand Ole Opry together. Then you've got the Hall of Fame battle between who's going to get in and who's not.
Well, the Hall of Fame Museum in Opryland, Opryland looks down on them because they want everybody to come there and never see any other part of Nashville. Stay in the little Opryland world out there.
So we, you know, it's been that takes a while to get adjusted to. You know, we've known it for a long time, but that's, you know, a big part of the business down. It's like any other business, politics. People have interests and stuff, so you just have to kind of roll with it.
Looking back now, how do you feel about Hearts on the Line? Did you think you got what you set out to get?
Yeah.
Sure.
It was a breakthrough for us. You know, trying to get out of the so-called country rock thing to streamline country, and we knew it was going to be a pretty rough road. You know, and we knew we needed a country product, and Hearts on the Line did a lot for us. It opened all the doors. I mean, naturally, we've progressed since then considerably, I think, and I think our new album, To Be, will show just how much we've progressed as far as like going really mainline country. We're not trying to fool anybody, you know. We don't want to do rock and roll, or we're careless if our stuff ever crosses over. And if it does, fine, but if it doesn't, who cares, you know, as long as we know what we're doing now and we have it down. And
when we sang with Kerr back then, you know, when we got the deal with we're pretty much at their mercy as far as, you know, because we had different ideas who we wanted to use as producers and stuff, and they had theirs, you know, and they had their own people. You know, they had Michael Lloyd and Phil Gernhardt, you know, real respected producers in their own category, you know. And we had our choices, but we were in no position to argue with a record deal. I mean, at the time, I mean, the Burritos were like, if they could really get parking validated.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it worked out.
It did work. It worked
out
out
in our favor. There could have been a lot of things that I would have done differently. But like you said, you know, there was no way we really could.
Yeah, we couldn't do it. We were
game.
told, listen, this person's going to produce, you can go along with it. So we went along with it, and actually it went okay. We were still restricted as far as what we wanted to do. What we're doing right now is pretty much what we could have basically been doing, the same product we're doing today that we just finished recording. We could have been doing that 2 years ago if we were left to our own resources. But you learn, again, you learn to don't look to gift horse, you know. And we took the deal. We worked with Mike Lloyd. We worked 2 albums with Michael Lloyd. I have a lot of respect for him. I think for what Michael does, his West Coast type of producing is really good for him and for the West Coast, for California. But as far as country music, Michael is very limited. You know, he has a pop formula, which really, and it's hard for him to relate to people like we know we're talking about Frizzell.
If you want to get into the mainstream country, there's no other place to do it but here. This is where you really should do it. I'm not saying that hasn't been done in other places, but it's...
Even when it was done in other places, though, you had people like when Haggard...
But the way we want to do it, it makes it easy for us.
We have access to all the players. We know all the players out here pretty much. We've known them for years. We have access to them. You know, in California, you're talking about two guys who've basically been doing country music all their career, working, having to make. You know, Michael would come up with he wanted to do a country album, right? But we'd have to use pop players.
Mm-hmm. And they're all good players now. I'm knocking the players. It's just that 12 months out of the year, they're working with the Neil Diamonds and
Sure.
the pop stars.
Doing jingles for Hanna-Barbera and things
then,
like that, you know. And
I mean, all of a sudden they're calling to do a country record, you know.
so that was the problem that we had. But we went along with it, and by the second album, midway through Hearts on the Line and the second album, we pretty much dominated the sessions because Michael, we had a mutual respect for each other, and so by the time we did Sunset Sundown, we pretty much had dominated that to the point where, but we weren't there for mix downs and stuff. We weren't there to really to follow it all the way to the end because we had at that time we had a real intense road schedule. We were out of town. But this album here, we got to the point after Sunset Sundown where we had to make a change if we were going to see any longevity in what we're doing, you know. And also the record company, luckily for us, our timing has been incredible for the last 3 years, Gib and I. We've always managed to be in the right place at the right time. And luckily, CBS and Epic in Nashville thought the same thing. They thought it's time for us to come out here and do it seriously with people who were just as familiar with country as we were.
So did you produce this one?
We work hand in hand with Randy Scruggs and John Thompson. And it's been, it's definitely a 50-50 give.
You did it, Randy's.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it's great because we've known Randy since he was a kid. We've known him for 13 years. And
respect him, you know, because he's a talented musician, talented producer.
so we broke away from Michael. When we told Michael and those people that we needed to make a change, I think they were kind of skeptical at first because the Bellamy's had just made a change too. And I think for both of us it worked out for the best, you know. And I hope there weren't any bad feelings with Michael Lloyd, but what can you do? You know, you got to do what's best for your career, and you can't really be, you know.
So what have you done on this one? What's
Done everything we've ever wanted to do. We've been able to do a straight ahead, as straight as you can go, country album. We took out all the slickness. I mean, still commercial as we've been for the last couple of years. It still has that sound, but we've taken away all the soft, slick sound that our records have had.
Slick country and made it, took it back down to the roots. We picked the tunes all of ourselves, you know, that were all good songs, and had our own choice of players on the album, and did all of that, and put together more or less like a concept type. But it's a concept album, but it's like, as far as I'm concerned, there's 10 singles.
Yeah, unlike a concept album, every track can stand out as an individual single, commercial single. The name of the album is called Our Roots Are Country Music, and on the cover, all the way from the packaging to what's on the record is all geared right for the product. We have the cover is going to be Gib and I pretty much like an old one of those 40s or 50s country radio type of scenes, outdoor, you know, like at the barn, Louisiana Hayride or whatever. The back has us with mementos of our past, you know, like posters of the Louisiana Hayride, where he's from, or WLS Barn Dance, where I'm from. Pull the inside sleeve out. It's got session shots of everybody playing it. But the album itself starts off where you hear the radio show, the original radio show from the Louisiana Hayride, like on an old radio. And on the right side, you hear the WLS Barn Dance, and it goes into the title track called Our Roots Are Country Music. And the title tune pretty much talks about us, the Burritos, and everybody's hung a lot of names on the Burritos, like, you know, the rock and everything. But the basic thing is, our roots have always been country music, and the album takes off from there. We have some things with Mel Tillis in it. We have we have Earl Scruggs is on it. Joe Osborne, Randy Scruggs is playing. Charlie McCoy, and you know, there's the different cuts. Within the different cuts, there's different pieces where you hear maybe like Earl talking about the road and everything, what it was like back in the 40s, where we're just sitting around talking. And the whole album is all basically, it's kind of like, in a way, it's about our roots, you know. It's talks. It's really put together great. I think it's really going to surprise a lot of people. And I think that an album like this is really needed, you know, because like you've got your groups like Alabama, the Bellamy's, who really don't have any tie-in, except for the records are country hits and everything, but as far as their ties with country and what's been going on here for years, there really hasn't been any association with that.
Also, it just so happens that Epic really wanted us to cut a real country album.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, we did too. And it all tied in just beautifully. Like, I think what we got is exactly what they want.
Yeah.
They haven't heard it yet, you know. But I would just about bet about anything that when they hear it, that's exactly what they want. That's what they're looking for.
It's got
in the burritos.
It's got the great harmonies. It's got the
Good tunes,
but this
good
time
songs.
now it showcases us also as players, you know, which is you know, we've been session men for 15 years. When we got with Michael didn't even want to do the fiddle that much. And our main thing on tour and everything, which usually is a crowd killer, is when we put the fiddle out and him and I are out there playing and doing it. So this time we've been able to use part of our live show and our energy and transfer that now into what
And
we're
still
doing.
make commercial records.
Yeah.
That can.
So we have hot playing on here, a lot of hot playing, but it's also very commercial radio oriented country. You know, and, that's about sums it up, I guess.
We did exactly what Billy Sherrill says all the time. We went in, we cut a good hillbilly album.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think where is country today in terms of
It's
when you're
all
growing
over.
up listening to it?
We probably have different opinions. I
Yeah,
suppose.
well, I country is like anymore. It's almost pop. It's almost like listening to pop radio a few years ago. You know, I've heard, and I think that the program directors for most country stations these days would welcome more country music instead of. Because just about everybody that I know is, you know, when they're going in to cut an album, you ask what kind of, we write songs, we pitch songs, and the thing that they're looking for is like, well, sort of pop crossover stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and the market is like saturated with that kind of stuff, you know. And that's how I see country music today. I see country music today as it's going to go through another change, and the change is going to go back to more
Right.
country.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a kind of, I'm kind of a little bit worried about it because the other day I was listening to, I don't know if it was WS, some station here in Nashville, and a good 50% were tunes that had absolutely no bearing to country music at all, and tunes that I really liked. Like I really like, you know, well, I'm not going to mention any, but there are tunes that are really big out that are really tunes that I really like, but they have no bearing on country music. There's artists that are getting airplay. There's so many good country acts out right now that just should be filling the places right now where these acts like whatever.
Turn
You know.
the tape off.
Yeah, well, you know, even in a respectful way. Like I you know, like there are tunes that I really like. Like one of my favorite tunes of the year is "Ring on Her Finger" with Lee Greenwood. I think that's a killer. I think it's a Class A, you know, like production. But there are other tunes. So I really like to hear country music going back to
Just a little
you
more
know,
country.
yeah, a
maybe.
little bit more country. And I think right now, unless country program directors kind of get their act together and start putting out more country music instead of playing MOR pop music, that you know, country music's
Like
in
Hank
for a
Jr.
bit,
hits it right on. I mean, when you listen to Hank Jr. record, it's country. You know,
Yeah, he's got a strong rock.
Mhm.
and he's got.
Bass in
But
there.
but his records are country. You know,
Mhm.
and they do appeal to country listeners.
And you go to a show though, and it's all kids.
I've done a lot of gigs.
That's- I
with
think
Hank,
that's-
and you're
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
very right.
Yeah.
You know.
The
That-
same
that's
people
that'll
that are
change.
paying to see the Marshall Tucker band
Yeah.
and that crowd.
I think that's a mistake with Hank. I think he's making a mistake not reproducing his records on stage. You know.
Because he
That's
cuts
his
great
thing.
records. I love his records.
But yeah, that's country music today is really it's changed so drastically, and it's kind of like right now it's reminds me of a bunch of people running around confused, bumping into each other. You know, you can't really tell what's country. But then you've got great artists though, on the positive side of it. You've got artists like Ricky Skaggs coming up to where that's exactly where country radio should be today. You know, Ricky Skaggs, who else? Would you, the Kendalls, George Jones, obviously, with John Anderson.
John Anderson, you know, there's a lot of good people out there.
Earl Conway.
Earl, yeah, all those people really are a plus factor with the new country coming out now. But on the other hand, they've got to kind of weed out some of the stuff. Like, I mean, come on, Anne Murray. You know, there's certain things that after a while it just sounds it's you get barraged by MOR records, and it's like you know, cold oatmeal just kind of lays there, and you know, and a lot of the jocks do country radio. Like there's a lot of the jocks come from basically an AM pop background, and country radio really has changed quite a bit too since I
and it's going to
remember
be changing. I feel it's going to go through a lot of changes.
Yeah, you know, that's why him and I have always had a lot of respect for for KLAC and Sammy Jackson people. I mean, they pretty much KLAC have kept a lock on that.
They really stay
more than any station I think I could ever name in the
hold
country.
close to the
They
rhythms,
didn't go
like-
metropolitan country.
Never, and
urban country.
And they're
whatever that
jocks
is.
like Sammy Jackson and what's his name, Jerry Naylor. Jocks like that have a real rapport with their audience, you know, like which I always thought country radio, to me, that's what it used to be that I remember. The jocks had a one-on-one relationship with their fans. But then you'll turn on other stations, other new country stations, and it just sounds just like, you know,
a lot of
an
this
old
stuff
rock
is
and roll
automated,
format.
you know, that's
Laid
scary.
back DJ.
Yeah.
And
Either laid back or a guy who's talking, you know, real fast, and he's talking like he's introducing a Cheap Trick album. And that's why I like to see like more really KLAC type of stations around the country, you know, because even when those jocks make appearances like Sammy Jackson and Jerry Naylor, they have a real rapport with it. Those people are real loyal to KLAC out there.
There are certain areas like that where, like in Atlanta, WPLO in Atlanta, you know, they're a lot like
Right.
KLAC,
Yeah.
and there's others, you know,
WHOO and
Tulsa,
yeah.
but they're keeping it country as much as they possibly can. Put it that way. I mean, they have to, you know, every now and then they have to go on things that even if they wouldn't normally program that, but they sort of have to. But
I don't think it, like if you took somebody out of if you were in a time tunnel and grabbed somebody from the 40s and put him in 1982 and said, "Tell me what you think of country music." I bet he'd pass like 6 of the main stations. I bet he'd pass right up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Oh yeah, because well, that ain't country.
You know, when you know, and a lot of these artists that are getting played, the MR artists, I think they're real good, but I just don't think they really belong in some country. And it takes away airplay from people who really could be out there, you know, really showing off country. You know what I mean? Like instead of hearing the latest Dan Murray album, I'd rather hear some more Ricky Skaggs. You know.
Well, the thing about it is, I think everybody's to blame for that. Even like record companies for years and years wanted their acts to sort of cross over between, sort of go pop from country to pop because it sold more, you know. And a lot of them probably wondering about it now.
It's just like overkill, though. You know, they keep stations. They just pump the MOR stuff into the listeners who run out and buy it. So the record companies, in turn, you know, keep putting out product like that. You know, that's a mistake. And then you start losing track of what country music is. You know, which is funny. Then, you know, but which is nice about CBS telling us that they want a country album. You know.
How did you all get with a manager from Wales?
Oh well, I've
He's
known
a
Martin for years. Years ago, when he was. In fact, I first met Martin when I first joined the Flying Burrito Brothers years ago. We did a tour of England, and we were managed by Eddie Tickner. And when we got to Europe, Martin was road manager. He was like a manager there, and that's where I first met him. And been close friends for years and years after that. You know, after we left Tickner and went through all kinds of personnel changes and all kinds of managerial type changes. When John and I put this thing together, I called Martin, and I'd always told, like, we used to talk a lot, Martin and I said, look, whenever I feel the time is right, I'll let you know, but I won't do it until I think it's right. And when this thing came about, I called him and said, I think you should hear this, you know. And he did. Because, yeah. And
we have a good rapport with our management and us. It's, you know, we have a four-way split, and for a lot of artists that are starting on everything, they would go, well, you know, your manager should get 15%. But we have 4 people in our organization that take care of. One takes care of the road. Martin takes care of the home front, you know, and then we handle what we do, and that way you've got 4 people working equally as hard because they all have an equal investment. And I tell you right now, for the first time, it's really all really getting organized now from all fronts now.
It's getting well. It takes a long time to really put it together. I mean, every aspect, even from like making records to getting a bus. You know, and all of these things are essential. You know, you have to do it all. And for once in the Burrito's career, that it's really together as far as like everything is being put right, just the way we planned it 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, Martin, even being from Wales, so he's been around like Gib and I, with country rock people and the country people for so long. He knows, you know, just as many people as we do. I think, you know, probably more,
probably more.
You know. And it's a good rapport. We're real happy, you know, management-wise. Yeah, and we no gripes so far.
There's a couple of things I wish he wouldn't do, and I'll go down the list.
yeah, for the record.
Well, we've done enough here for a little story, but what do you think Graham would be doing now? Do you not?
Probably still have the same thing, I bet. I bet he'd still have a funky band, pretty much, and he'd be out cutting. And I don't think Graham never was, to me, have the business smarts as Emmylou, or somebody who could really organize their career as an artist. I think he'd pretty much be playing the honky tonks out in L.A. still, don't you?
Well, yeah, because I tell you what, Graham was a rich kid. He didn't do it for the money.
Yeah, that's right.
And he did only what he wanted to do. And he'd be just as happy working in a honky-tonk somewhere else as he would for 5,000 to 10,000 people.
Yeah, he'd be doing what the Byrds, the old members of the Byrds, are doing right now, hopping from either one group to another and trying to get, you know, their careers. I just don't see Graham as an organized business person like Emmylou or somebody like that, you know. And
then again, I don't know. Who knows?
I tell you what, I don't think there really would be that much of a place for Graham in the commercial country market today. And as much as I thought he was a great writer and everything, but he was pretty loose, you know. And as far as, I don't think the 18-year-old Alabama fan could really relate to.
That is possible.
Yeah, you know.
Then it's possible he could have a suit on and be an exec. Who knows?
But they try to. I guess they try to release some singles from the old days.
Yeah, but that's the old stuff. You know.
Yeah. But I think he'd pretty much be doing the same stuff right now. Pretty much, you know.
I think he'd be trying to. I think he'd be doing country, because that's what he always wanted to do. You know. And probably by now he'd have lived a lot more, and I'm sure his writing would have changed considerably through the years, and it's hard to say.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be here in Nashville. That's for sure.
No.
I don't know what he'd think about what we're doing either. You know, he might say, well, you know, I think this album would be pretty much close to what maybe he'd be doing.
Let's cut this off. Sure. I feel like a teacher.